Hello Saddleback students and new incoming students. I'm Elliot Stern, President of Saddleback College. I want to shout out to you midway through fall semester to say hi, because there aren't a lot of opportunities to do that this semester, with us being almost all online. I hope you're staying safe and tolerating our circumstances as best as possible. Please don't forget that even though you're remote, and most of us who work at the college are remote, we are standing at your side and are at the ready should you need help on your educational journey. Every student service normally available on our campus is available online. Tutoring, counseling, tech support, healthcare, mental health support, financial aid, student life, whatever you need, we now deliver it online. Please don't give up if you're struggling. Go to the website and find help in those student services. We're about to start our second half semester classes, 8-week accelerated courses to help you catch up if you had to drop or if you need to repeat a class. These classes also allow newly admitted students to get started on their educational journeys without waiting all the way until January. Speaking of January, I also want to talk to you about spring semester, as the schedule is out and registration will be starting shortly. As you'll see, spring will look a lot like fall, with most classes online, but some labs and studio classes meeting on campus on a limited basis. These courses, where hands-on training is needed and can't be accomplished virtually, will have an on-campus component and will be shown as hybrid in the schedule. We may bring back more of those to campus earlier in spring semester than we were able to do in fall. Examples would be health science skills labs, technical courses, some science labs, ensemble performing arts, activity classes, where no matter how great the technology, your learning requires at least some hands-on training on campus. The rest of your classes, and that's about 95% of them, will be online. I know that's going to be disappointing for some. I know that online learning is hard for many of you. But colleges and universities who have brought back students prematurely have had outbreaks of COVID on their campuses. We have had no transmission of COVID on our campus, none, because we brought back only students and employees who absolutely needed to come to campus. And we've taken great precautions to keep them safe. Some of you may have seen those precautions. And because you all return home and into the community after your classes each day, an outbreak on our campus would put your loved ones in danger. I'm simply not willing to put your health, our employees' health, or your contacts' health at risk. No matter how much we all yearn to get back to something approaching pre-COVID normal, we will still be guided by data and science, and our commitment to keep health and safety is our #1 priority. Now, those 95% of classes that will be online for spring semester are not all the same. We've created different delivery formats for different kinds of learners. Synchronous classes have class time scheduled online by video conference, typically Zoom. You meet on a schedule, just like an on-ground class. By the way, if we were able to bring back more classes in spring because of an early vaccine, for instance, that schedule for online sessions could become your on-ground schedule. I recommend synchronous classes, multiple Zoom sessions per week, or partially synchronous sessions with some Zoom sessions per week, for students who like real-time interaction with their professors and classmates. Synchronous sessions are also best if you struggle with self-discipline or keeping up in an online class. Now, if you're less concerned with real-time contact with your professors and classmates and work just fine at your own pace, you can still take asynchronous classes. They have no Zoom sessions scheduled. Personally, I'd be taking more synchronous and partially synchronous classes. I would like the contact with other people, and I'm a bit of a procrastinator, to be honest, so the schedule would probably be best for me. You will see that synchronous, partially synchronous, and asynchronous classes can be discerned in the spring schedule based on whether there are full scheduled sessions, some, or no scheduled sessions. The availability of synchronous sessions is just one of many innovations we've rolled out to mimic on-campus classes during this period. We've also installed web streaming hardware and software in labs throughout the campus so that your professors can demonstrate hands-on skills and carry out hands-on activities live. This is really important in science, culinary arts, performing and visual arts, and in many programs where if you can't be doing, you at least need to see someone else doing. Finally, I want to thank you for your grace and patience throughout this crisis. While we got better and better at this, since I first announced that we were going all online more than 6 months ago, more than 600 faculty have gone through their first training or advanced training for teaching online and using all this new technology. We are now serving 25,000 students online, and we're doing it better than most other colleges and universities because we were already a third online before COVID, and because we've committed ourselves to getting better and better at this, not just writing it out. We expect you to grow along your educational journey, and you have every right to expect us to get better at this too. We're working really hard to make sure we do, particularly your professors. So if you feel like thanking them at some point, I know they'd appreciate that. I stand in front of you representing the 1,400 employees of this college who love teaching and learning and who care about each and every one of you, as I do. I know that we'll be together in person sometime soon, but we have no intention of coasting until then. We don't coast at Saddleback. We are working day and night to get better because you need us to be great at this, because you don't want a gap year or a weather the storm year. You need it to be a great year in your educational journey, and I promise you it will be. Wherever you're listening to this message, you are at Saddleback. I am so grateful that you made that choice, and I am so proud of you for persevering and not stepping off of your learning pathway because of a tiny piece of RNA wrapped in a protein envelope. I'm glad you're at Saddleback. See you back for spring semester.